Hello and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. We've just retrieved one terribly cursed Fedora, which we will not be putting on because it is terribly cursed. And we've returned back to Murray's Antiques, and there is Charles, who has returned from the roof. You must be Charles Wallace. I'm Opal. That I am. Pleased to meet you, Opal. What do you do around here? Oh, you're a general handyman sort of stuff. I keep the lights on, the water running, built the Detectotron and the Uncursing machine, too. Wow, that's some real high-tech wizardry. It's nothing really. What's this about an Uncursing machine? Oh, I only built the thing. I can't really tell you how it works. The innards are all wired up to a little porcelain cat figure that Murray found somewhere. Well, that's weird. In a real traditional sense, yep. Nothing else right now. I suppose I'll talk to Jessica. How's it going? Did you find the hat? I found a hat. I guess it's the one you meant? It doesn't look unusual, although... Yeah. Well, it does creep me out a bit. I can't really put my finger on why. I know what you mean. Feels kind of like you have a headache, except you don't really. More like a feeling of dread, like something terrible is about to happen, but I don't know what it is yet. Well, that is definitely not related to the fact that I need to take that hat and go sit in that machine over there. Why? That's our uncursing machine. Gotta get the curse off that hat, right? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, but, what? Can't we just put the hat in the machine? Why do I need to be involved? Because the machine needs a mind to guide the uncursing process. Together you'll lift the curse from the hat and transform it into a sort of allegorical dream space that the machine can transfix. What? Sorry, I know it's a lot. Let me rephrase. Ahem. The uncursing machine uses your subconscious mind to drive a wedge between an item and its curse. The item is cleansed relatively easily, but doesn't negate the curse fully. Once separated from the item, the machine stores the curse and allows you to psychically project into it to try and resolve the metaphorical scenario at the core of its existence. That's where things can get a little weird. Yeah, I know it sounds crackers, but you'll have to just give it a try to understand. Jessica, can this wait? Jessica looks up from her work for a minute. Don't forget to uncurse that hat. Best do it right away. It won't take long, I promise. Turns to her endless paperwork. Well, I guess trying to sneak off while she is distracted is not going to work. I sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and put the weird metal dome thing over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? Terribly cursed Fedora. No sooner have you sat down in the machine with a hiss positively whiffs the Fedora straight up into the dome. Hat rattles around in there angrily like a snake in a cement mixer, and after a good loud minute, flops limp and wet into your lap. Whatever ominous energy once possessed the terribly cursed hat is gone, is now simply a terrible hat. An uncursed Fedora. Curse itself still lives, transfixed as a dreamlike construct within the machine. Now, how do I get rid of that curse? See, curses are like energy, Opal. They can't be created or destroyed, only changed. Can't remember who said that. Isaac Newman? Newton? Newton Newman, yeah. The machine knows how to take a curse from one object and put it on itself. But as for how you change a curse, well, I don't know. That's some higher conscience spiritualist stuff. Don't know much about that. I'm more of a Newton Newman sort of guy. The Fedora's curse bounces around the innards of this machine, daring you to come project your consciousness into it. Well, I've got a hat now. Come back for the uncursing thing. It's like midnight. It's like past midnight. How'd it go? It worked, I guess. Great, what was it like? Well, I have a mild headache. I haven't really resolved the curse yet, though. It can wait if you want to get some sleep, but best not let it linger too long. Okay, good. Jessica, I'm going to bed. Try and acquire a bunch of random crap to color it up with. Murray really lived rather Spartanly. Ah, no shows have been invented yet. Shelf for knickknacks and tchotchkes. The old rag doll on the top shelf must have been left by the previous tenant. You mean, like, Opal's uncle? Little writing desk with no chair, or pens, or papers, or anything. Well, that is unfortunate. Stamp out the flames, total loss. Everything you own has been reduced to ash. Everything except, bizarrely, the stamp from Murray's letter. Huh. Stamp from the letter Murray wrote. The only survivor of your luggage inferno. It's got a picture of a cute dog on it. Well, you were very ready for this day to go. Yeah, no, not very ready. It's not even begin to describe it. Got a poster of my favorite literary ghost. That's fun. Huh. Lots of people in this hallway. Hello. Hello. How's it going? Do you know which locker is mine? I can't remember which locker is mine. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's alright, I'll figure it out eventually. Nice faces you got there. Can they just repeat that? Hang on, there's a 7th locker. Thriving colony of ants. Peanut butter. Tiny shrine to Babe Ruth. Nothing. Cookbooks in French. Vast, uncaring emptiness of space. Slam it shut quickly so as not to suffocate. I said check the 7th one. You look in the 7th locker. It's filled with old school papers. All got your name on them. Your papers. How I Spent My Summer by Opal Hughes, age 6. This summer I visited my Uncle Murray. Uncle Murray is funny. He knows magic. Fun time with Uncle Murray, the end. Find an overdue library book. Checked this book out 13 years ago and have spent the last 12 years and 50 weeks feeling slightly guilty about not returning it. Huh. Our founder, Branworth Goronicus III. Got a friendly lady here. Without even touching it, you know that the door can't yet be opened. That nice lady you passed can help you. Ah, the abyss. You could gaze into it for days. Hello there, you must be... Ah, here we are. Hughes. Opal Hughes. Yes, I'm Opal Hughes. I'm your academic advisor. It's time for you to choose your class. But I dropped out. In real life, certainly. You must, however, choose a class. Oh, that's where I pick a character class. Now then, it looks like there are 3 classes for you to choose from. There's Advanced Kicking and Throwing. This class is for big skinners. We have an overview of Curd Conjuring. This class for cheese wizards. And finally, Weird Time Signatures 504. This course is for jazz agents. Oh. I've taken a brief glance at the different classes, and I think... Jazz agent. Masters of syncopation and improvisation, jazz agents use their rhythm and moxie to move through the world in style. In combat, they attack with subtlety, weakening their enemies and stacking the odds in their favor over time. Yeah, let's go with that. Name's Hughes. Opal Hughes. And it's just the minor matter. If you're minor, it looks like you've already completed, but doesn't say what you studied. The cryptobotany, applied insectology, or the psychology of rocks. Plant-based arcana for cryptobotany. Insectology is expert on the bugs and the birds and the bees and such. Except for the birds part. Let's go cryptobotany. Cryptobotanist. You know how to get the good stuff out of the insides of plants. Gather crafting ingredients from plants. Well, with that, I believe we're done. Feel free to wake up and go about your day. How would I go about doing that? Smiles and points at the door on the right side of the screen. I mean the right side of the dream. Just through that door. You wake feeling surprisingly refreshed. Yesterday's adventures leaving you none the worse for wear. No, everything's still burnt. Ooh, you've got a bunch of stuff now. What do we got here? Got good eyesight. Extra item and meat. Strong kabanjo. Make extra loud sounds when you're playing a wind instrument, and extra intimidating grimaces when you're not. Very expensive. Air of mystery. Got that certain je ne sais quoi that makes it seem like nothing can bother you. Mysticality and spook armor. Rhythm in your blood. Lots of extra blood for the rhythm to dance around in. Moxie and hit points. Bamboozle. Doesn't really count as lying if you do it for a really good reason. Bend the truth for fun and profit. I gotta take that the first chance I get, right? Like, Opal's a liar. She lied being a worker at that fuel station into being. Thick calluses, you can play all day without making your fingers bleed, especially if you're playing an instrument that doesn't use them. Muscle and max HP. Virtuosity. Play music of such complexity and eccentricity that only other musicians could possibly appreciate it. Extra AP. Sharp eyes. People with flat eyes are both hard to look at and bad at finding things. Photosynthetic. Extra XP from gathering and regeneration. Learn some tricks from your friends in the Plantae Kingdom. Or friends in the Plantae Kingdom. Or Plantae. I know. Improvisation muscles. The muscles have learned how to make music without the intervention of your mind. Get AP regeneration. Impeccable timing. You never miss a beat even if someone else screws up and the beat happens in a totally unexpected and wrong time. Act earlier in fights. Rhythmic precision. Whether it's the rat-tat-tat of a Tommy gun or the rat-tat-tat of a snare drum, you always deliver. Extra range damage. You get that as well. Entire green hand. 2 times material from gathering. Got a green thumb, but you've also got a green index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and textually inappropriately named Pinky. Okay. Morning, Opal. How'd you sleep? Wait, why are you still wearing those wet clothes? All my other clothes burned up in a freak luggage fire. Ah, geez, that's weird and unfortunate. You seem less surprised by it than I would expect. We've kind of gotten accustomed to weird and unfortunate stuff happening around here. We got some clothes from the shop out front, if you don't mind looking like somebody's dusty old grandma. Be alright, thanks. I'll just be damp. Well, once you've got the sleep out of your eyes, we've got another mission for you. Another cursed thing. Yeah, I got my eye on it for a while, but it keeps moving around. Mostly the readings put at a local speakeasy, back of an alley at the other end of the block. The artifact isn't there right now. That's where I'd start looking. Maybe you can pick up some clues. Okay, what am I looking for? Appears to be a watch of some kind, a pocket watch, or maybe a wristwatch? Can't be certain. Watch, a speakeasy in the alley. Got it. Anything else? Really, the password for the speakeasy, it's Fiddlesticks. Also, let me give you this to-do list. It's in Chad to always show you whatever's written on the chalkboard here. Huh. Pretty neat trick. Here's some meat for expenses too. The army surplus next door should have anything you need in case things get rough. Ominous. Thanks. You get some sardines. Hey, it's good to see you up. Had quite a morning already. See the bookshelf over there? Just bought it. It's a real rare find. Opal came from a 17th century cargo ship, the Mustflower. Wow, that's quite a provenance for a bookshelf. Yeah, it was the ship's wheel. Captain brought the Mustflower out of dock. Couldn't steer, drove into a starfish. Whole thing sank instantly. Anyways, anything I can help you with? I mean, I'm gonna go look at the bookshelf now. Take a look at the recent bookcase acquisition. Charles just can't resist the antique bookshelf man and his amazing deals. Wow, I can't believe I slept through the antique bookshelf man. All the books are in Latin, never learned Latin myself, so who knows if it's the history of the Roman Empire we got there, or pornography. Could be both. You know, any Latin, Opal? I don't think Opal knows Latin, but she might know French. Oui. That's Latin for little, right? So you know a little Latin. Oh, is that... Oh, that's not a Q, that's an O. Do you know a little Latin, then? Like a random book from the Latin language collection, Lorem Ipsum Dolor Sit Amet appears to be about graphic design in the Holy Roman Empire. Hard to imagine that knowledge becoming relevant to your quest, but hey, now you know where to find it. History's worst honking. Encyclopedia of annoying noises over the ages. Gain the combat skill Sacks of Violence. Nice. Let's slip in here. Better take it. Clearly too modern to have any resale value in antique store anyway. Heck now. I mean, we're definitely reading Sacks of Violence. Read stories of bad honks in the past to resolve to put some good honks into the future to even things out a little bit. Someone got stuffed a few pages of sheet music into the back of the book. It's written in sloppy hand, though, so you'll really have to concentrate if you want to learn anything from it. Can't upgrade right now. Do we actually have the Purdue Library book? I feel like reading it when you're in grade school. I don't feel like reading it now. Fair enough. More of a manifesto, specifically calling out the government's suppression of the local newspaper and the importance of a free press. Also a amusing and puzzling cartoon about a dog arresting a mouse for throwing a brick at a cat's head, which the cat didn't seem to mind. I do have a hat to uncurse. Oh, we should probably, we don't have any sort of musical instrument, so fishing rod. Actually pop out to go buy those sardines before I forget about them. Hi there, my name's Opal. Hello, fellow war enthusiast, I'm Herschel Wood. I wouldn't say I'm an enthusiast. Can I interest you in any fine historical memorabilia? What's the story with those grenades? Oh, they're probably fine. Why doesn't the box say fine grenades then? Looks at the grenades in at you. Say, how'd you like to do some field research? Sure. Got dubious Cola Wars grenade. Questionable integrity. Just try them out next time you get in a fight, and when you're all done, come back and let me know how it went. Okay. What do we got here? Ooh, corroded cavalry saber. A bugle. It's like they say, a broken bugle still plays reveille twice a day. Probably should buy that. Gonna need it. Expired seltzer. Field manual, an extraordinary audition. That although words can never hurt an enemy combatant, extremely loud orchestra music definitely can. I wouldn't mind that. I get that sardines though. Trench spork. Probably sell some stuff, but not exactly one to want to get rid of items. I'll come back when I have a bit more money. Currently have 3 Moxie, so that's definitely gonna help. Let's work on this Fedora curse. Federal Reserve. I hear thy death call, creature. Rest now finding thy murderer. Tree felled before its time, ground stained with sin. And in Arcadia we go, and in Arcadia there is death. Paradise there is a killer. Thou know who I am and why I'm here? I, Cutter, there has been a moider. What knowest thou of moider? That I did not do the moider, that is all. What mo have thee for me? Only this, I am one of 3 brothers. One of us always tellins the truth. One of us always lies. The third of us does not spicken at all, but honks. If I find in thee a liar, there is no thing I can do to save thee. I, Cutter, thou art a servant of the wood. Blessed be her branches. Big power in the wood today, Cutter. Aye, a tree has fallen in the forest and has made a sin. But not me a sinner, that I assure thee. Thou claim to be without sin? None of us is without sins, but mine do not run to Mordor. Then whose? Look for my brother. Thy brother speakins of 3 brothers, one who always lies, one who always tellins the truth, one who does not speakin at all but honks. What spaken thee of this? This is fairy talk. No thing has honkin in this land since Mother Duck laid the big egg. No honkin since then? No siree. Something is rotten in the woodcutter. Aye, a murder. With perversions at its source. Speaking to me of perversions, I have no thing to say, for I do not tarry with them. What do thou tell me? I am troubled by the murder, but of it I know no thing. Warn thee, my forgiveness makes no room for liars. Thou will do what thou must, Cutter, I have no doubt. I clicked the wrong button. Thy brother speakens of 3 brothers, one who always lies, one who always tells the truth, one who does not speaken at all but honks. I do not honken, sire, I swear in upon it. Never has thou honken? Never, never. 'Tis a sin in my eyes. Thou lie about honkin. What say? Thy brothers honken not. Wouldst thou lie to the cutter of the wood? Thou wouldst do murder in the wood? Aye, thou hast the right of it. I sought only to distract thee while I making my escape. Goodbye, cutter. Do not run from me, tree. Thou do not run. Nay, I growen. I am 100 years I hath growen so tall and strong, thine axe will never fall me. But I will not wait 100 years. Die, murderer. Big rot in the wood today, Cutter, and... Wait, what? No, that's not you. You don't talk like that. Dark thoughts of trees, axes, and bloody sap cling to your skin. You shake them off like dreadful cobwebs. Not sure what just happened. As you turn over the formerly terribly cursed Fedora in your hands, you feel confident the curse, which plagued the starchly little felt thing, is finally gone for good. With the hat back on, it nearly sparkles now. Nice. Now all you've got to reckon with is whether you're the kind of gal who goes around wearing a fedora. I love the fedora. Thank you. I mean, but 5 more experience, I can get some lovely lies. I wanted to show off the hat, though. Oh, sardines for the cat. Open the can of sardines. Caleb immediately wakes up, devours the entire can, then purrs as she licks the remaining oil from your fingers. Looks like you've made a friend. New can locked. I can pet Caleb to receive a boon. I mean, yeah. For nice scritching, and she purrs, she goes back to sleep. Physical armor. Caleb's affections have reinforced you against the slings and arrows and mice and birds of the world. Weird. And wanna play chess? Not me, never learned. Jessica? Sure. Sit down, Jessica sits opposite to you. Play white this time. Advance a knight. Grab. Develop one of your rooks. Skewer a pawn. Well played, Jessica. Hey Gabby, we haven't talked to you yet today. Okay, we have heard that though. In the daylight, it's clear that the bank has been closed for some time. The door to the bank is fastened with 3 locks. There's a maximum possible level of security. Not a bad idea, but if you're going to lift the welcome mat, you need to know who you're looking for first. Key? Security of the bank is inconsistent. Got a bank key. Huh. Great Hound Cerberus, we head guardian of the Underworld's banking sector. It has a name, Phylax Methian Sneaky Pete, keyhole deep down in its maw. Something sneaky about this Pete, alright. Labyrinth in the cylinder. You turn here, click after click, but nothing results. Interesting. So we need 7 muscle, 8 mysticality, and 6 moxie. Phylax lets key inside easily enough, but offers up incredible resistance when you try and turn it. Hercules would have to use up to 12 labors just to get this thing going. Let's check out this speakeasy. Little panel slides open. Password. Fiddlesticks? Okay, come in, but you better not be a propy. I know, Scout's honor. There's some fish people. Oh. Don't bother him, he's bouncing. Okay. Oh, I want to talk to the Spoon Man. Monkey-eyed sot. Spittoon has been placed at a really challenging height. You can ask the bartender about some other time. This fisherman from the Watchful Eye basement. So used to not thinking about where things go once you put them in a tube. Doesn't care anything about except the bass line. Dancing to a different song than the other people. Door here. In fact, it's Charleston Fever. Making ethereal music with spirit-filled glasses. We saw first they shouldn't bother them. More symbols. Really responsible for this illegal poison dispensary to have first aid kit. Well, let's talk to the bartender. Hello, baby. Welcome to Oliver's place. My name's Opal. Whatever you say, baby. Are you Oliver? Ah, heck no, I'm Fancy Dan the Cocktail Man. Pleased to meet you, Dan. Hey, do you happen to know what time it is? Perhaps because you have a watch on you? Sorry, baby, the only one around here who carries a pocket watch is the owner, Oliver Gluck, and he left about an hour ago to pick up our latest shipment of hooch. From who? From whom, baby? Before I was Fancy Dan the Cocktail Man, I was Fancy Dan the English teacher. Sorry, from whom? From the mob, guys, you always get it from. Whence is the hooch coming? The old refrigerator factory. I see, how do I get there? Thanks. Wrong napkin, here. Napkin back and grabs a different one with a couple icons scrawled on it. Napkin. We're here behind Murray's store on Plunkett Street, so if you go out the alley and then head straight for the edge of the napkin, you can't miss the factory. You have a map of the area. You can open it by clicking the map icon on the top right or hitting M. Thanks, Dan. Don't mention it, baby. Want a drink for the road? First one's on the house. Sure. You have to drink around here. Beer? I'll have a beer then. Excellent choice. Keep things simple. Drink the beer. You've had better beer, but you've definitely had worse beer. You've been fortified, you resolve with a pint of beer, plus 5 HP. Yeah, we don't need any more drinks. Let's ask about the spittoon. Hey Dan, your spittoon is kind of inconvenient. Nah, baby, that spittoon isn't for spinning. That's got our style now that mass-produced cigarettes are readily available. Anyhow, now it's a bona fide historical artifact. What, really? That's right, it belonged to a famous adventurer from Frisco just before the turn of the century. Really? Who? Well, nobody's exactly sure. A lot of people think it belonged to Mumpler Bumperdink. It's a strong theory, but if there's one thing we know about that cat, it's that he loves spittoons. But other people say it belonged to a fellow by the last name of Thurlion, and a lot of people claim it belonged to a whole lot of other people. But there's one thing we do know for sure about this spittoon. Whoever's it was, they didn't use it for spinning too, they wore it as a hat. Ew, gross. Right? They sure got some weird stuff back then. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, we should probably stop there. Still got that diner coffee. Could probably talk around some more, but I think we will. I think we will stop here and enjoy the lovely ambiance of the speakeasy. I hope you have enjoyed, and we will come back with more Shadows over Loathing next week. And, I don't know, find this pocket watch, maybe? We've got a uncursed Fedora, so, you know, there's that.